Book Talk for TE 301 Methods of Teaching Children's Lit. I read The Higher Power of Lucky by Susan Patrone, illustrated by Matt Fallon. Before I begin my book talk, I'd like to give you a definition of what higher power actually means. Higher power is a term used in Alcoholics Anonymous and used in other 12-step programs, also sometimes referred to as power greater than ourselves. It is suggested that members in such programs identify a power greater than themselves for spiritual strength, courage, confidence, and support. A higher power can be anything or anyone, dead or alive, that the member feels is adequate. The sky, the sun, the ocean, nature, God, etc. It simply should be something greater than themselves, which is loving and caring. This particular book won the John Newbery Medal in 2007 for the most distinguished contribution to American literature for children. This book is well suited for children capable of reading short novels. At only 133 pages, it is not overwhelming for children aged 9 to 12 years old. In the book, The Higher Power of Lucky by Susan Patrone, we get introduced to a young girl named Lucky, whose mother was tragically killed in an electrocution accident in a desert windstorm. Without the nourishment and support of her mother, her absentee father calls his ex-wife, Brigitte, who currently lives in France, to fly back and be the guardian of Lucky. Within just a few years, we see the hardship that Lucky has to endure, with the worst one being the possible departure of her guardian, Brigitte. Lucky's response to this is to begin eavesdropping at the various 12-step programs in town, hoping to see if she can find a higher power of her own that will see her through her difficulties. Lucky tries to gain control of her life by being prepared for every scenario. She even has a backpack survival kit just in case of an emergency. However, the survival kit backpack will not save her from the real issue in life, trying to come to terms with the death of her biological mother. She is a very confused little girl who is looking for the answers in all the wrong places. Coming to terms to the death of her mother is something very difficult for a 10-year-old girl to do. This is something that is seen throughout the story due to Lucky's tendency to jump to conclusions. Lucky's main focus now, however, is to find her own higher power before it is too late. Will Lucky ever be able to find her higher power, and will she come to terms with the death of her mother? There is only one way to find out. Go out and get the book, The Higher Power of Lucky by Susan Patrone. It is a book that will not leave you disappointed and is definitely recommended. It is an easy read for 9 to 12-year-old children that is gentle, somewhat emotional at times, but requires a good amount of work done by the reader. It is a very insightful book that is character-driven and has emotional depth. The illustrations just add to the beauty of the story. By the end of the book, one will wonder and finally realize who their own higher power may or may not be.